Hello everyone. Quick question. What forces are acting on this bottle right now? If you just said yourself gravity, you're wrong. And that's exactly why free body diagram trip everyone up. Let me show you the trick that worked for me. So the golden rule is to identify all the forces that touches the object. Let's break that down with this example. Step 1 is to draw a dot. Now this dot is our bottle. Step 2 is to ask yourself what touches the bottle. As you can see, there is a table, and the surface of the table touches the bottle, which is exerting some amount of force on the bottle in the upward direction. So draw an upward arrow on the dot and label it as N, which is nothing but the normal force. And as you can see, there is gravitational force which acts on every object by default, right? So the gravitational force is usually downwards. So draw a downward arrow on the point object and label it as M times G, which is nothing but M is nothing but the mass of the object and G is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. So step 3 is to sum all these forces. So summation of all these forces, which is nothing but M times G minus N, since both are in opposite direction, will be equal to 0. And why 0? The bottle is at rest, right? It is stationary. It is neither moving upwards nor moving downwards. So the summation of forces will be equal to 0. Let's level this up. Let's come up with another example. Let's consider a block hanging from a rope. Step 1 is to draw a dot and consider that dot as the block of mass. And step 2 is to ask yourself what touches the block. The rope is touching the block. So there is an upward force acting on the block due to the rope, which is nothing but the tension developed in the rope, right? So draw an upward arrow and mark it as T. And by default there is gravitational force pulling the block downwards, so draw a downward arrow and label it as M times G. Now step 3 is to write the summation of forces. So summation of these forces, which is nothing but M times G in the downward direction minus T, which is nothing but tension in the upward direction, will be equal to, let's say, the block is stationary. If the block is stationary, the summation of forces will be equal to 0. Let's consider the situation that the block is moving downwards with some amount of acceleration, say A. So the summation of forces M times G in the downward direction and minus T in the upward direction will be equal to M times A. So there you got the equation. Now once you write the equation, you just need to further solve it to achieve the final answer given as per the problem statement. So the key rule to solve any mechanics problem is to draw the object as a point of mass, identify what touches the object, draw and label all the forces acting on the object, and finally write the equation, which is nothing but summation of all the forces. Master this and half of your problem will be solved.